Such a foodie spot.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yet I haven't tried either place, so I got to add those to the bucket list.
Yeah, I got to add them as well.
I know, my list just continues to grow
I
longer and
know,
longer.
No kidding. Beautiful day out there.
A stunning day. Maybe having some dinner out on a patio.
Right.
That sounds nice. Yeah.
Do it while the dry skies remain, because we're in for a big weather pattern shakeup. So right now, the sun is shining, temperatures bouncing back up into the mid to upper 70s for much of our area, as that sunshine is in abundance anywhere from southwest Washington to the Oregon coast to the high terrain of the Cascades, and right here out towards PDX, thanks to our Fairfield camera, as we sit at 76 degrees. But we're seeing a few low 80s pop up on our map. Hillsboro at that 81 degree mark, and seeing those nearly 90 degree temperatures east of the Cascades. As 60s are enjoyed with that sunshine along the shoreline. But you can see some of those clouds already starting to linger just offshore, eventually marching their way further to the east, all as we prepare for the secluded and cold front to start to push its way back into the Pacific Northwest. This will be Wednesday morning's brief rain shower potential, as drier skies are expected later in the day. But hopefully tomorrow we can add enough of those raindrops into our rain gauge to put an end to this 13-day-long streak of rain-free days, as our rain deficit grows to nearly an inch. So with those changing weather patterns, unfortunately tomorrow we still hold on to an elevated risk for wildfires right along I-84 and much of central and eastern sections of Washington, all because of this front moving its way through our area. So it will help to decrease our fire potential, at least for the Coast Range and much of the Cascades. But points east, you got to keep in mind, with that onshore flow, they become downsloping winds, increasing that fire potential for tomorrow afternoon before this trough of cooler air really settles in, squashes the fire potential, cools our temperatures here across the Pacific Northwest, and brings us back the chance for a few scattered showers, something we'll look forward to later in the week as we pick up on a raindrop or two for the start of the day tomorrow along the coast and the I-5 corridor. That's where we expect to see our best chance for some moisture before drier skies return. Again, still with that onshore flow as we break down that cloud coverage again for Thursday before we prepare for our real wet weather maker that arrives Friday into Saturday. Rain gauges potentially filling up close to an inch and a quarter for the Portland, Vancouver area. As snow elevations, yes, for the first official day of summer on Friday, expected to dip back close to about 4,500 feet. That means some of our mountain peaks could potentially pick up on a stray snowflake or two. Of course, this is going to be low impact. If anything, it will be pretty to watch, and it will be melting quite rapidly as we increase our cloud coverage here in the city tonight, as temperatures only fall into the upper 50s. Tomorrow, significantly cooler, almost by 10 to 15 degrees into the low to mid 70s. Again, maybe a stray raindrop or two to start off the day. It's not going to be a super soaker event, but hopefully we can squeeze out a couple of 100ths of an inch to put an end to our long, hot, dry stretch of weather before the real wet weather starts to ramp up again for the first day of summer on Friday, with a very slim chance for a thunderstorm or two. But look at Saturday's highs. Low 60s, soaking rains. Not what you typically think about for the first full day of summer here in Portland.
Right, but we do need that rain, and it looks like we'll really need it because the following days it kind of heats up again Monday, Tuesday, right? We're back in the 80s.
We start the climb once again.
All right, the roller coaster of summertime in Portland.
The real summer in Oregon never begins until July 4th.
That's right.
That is
After it rains on the 4th,
Got a few
then
more
it gets warmed
weeks.
up.
Yeah.
All right.